Hey guys, it's me and Glam Goat. Hey Glammy, you done it, huh, dude? Yeah, he did. Here is the palette that Glam Goat ordered. Because he knew I wanted it so bad. It's my birthday present from Glam Goat. It's just too bad he couldn't, pay for it. Alright, Glammy. So we're going to use this today. And, do I know what I'm going to do? No. This is probably, I think, one of the big differences. Why is it every time I turn on this camera, my nose starts to want to just drip? Like, really? Really? Seriously, until I turn on the camera, I'm totally fine. I'm allergic. I'm allergic to making videos. Ooh. No, I don't think so. Anyways, I think one of the big differences between myself and most other YouTubers is they have their creations all planned out before they ever turn on the camera. With me, I have no clue where I'm going. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And it might turn out and it might not. And we're going to be together on that ride. So here's what we've got. Isn't that some pretty stuff right there? Oh, doggone it. Seriously. Sometimes some of these are hard to tell. And they all have names, but of course I can't read them. I'm going to go with this shade up here for the transition shade. I'm using all Luxie brushes today. This is actually my favorite Luxie just for making my transition shade because it's soft and it covers well. And it's a good blending brush. I've already used Pure Cosmetics Get a Grip eye primer. I don't know if you can tell or not, but you know that Cover FX glitter drops that we got with our BoxyCharm. I'm trying real hard to. What is going on here? My phone is doing something weird. I might be online. That would be weird. Anyways, I mixed some drops of that in with my BB cream, lotion, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, do you think that I have a more golden glow than usual? I don't know. The thing is, it looks real scary when you first put it on because it's, gold. And it does have little shimmers in it, although you might be able to tell. Oh yeah, well, you can see every flaw in my skin when I do that too. But if you get really close, you can see the little glitters. But unless you're really close, you can't see them, and you certainly can't feel them. So I'm like, yeah, okay, glitter, disregard. But by the time you put on your, I put on my BB, which I mix that with, and then I put a pressed powder over top of that, and then I use my bronzer and my blush and my highlighter, and by the time you do all that, you've really toned down that gold. So while you might still be pretty glowy, you're not near as golden as you thought you were going to be, so while it is real scary at first, it's not quite as bad. Okay, so transition is done. Where are we going to go from here? Wow. I tell you, there's a lot of shiny stuff in here. I think today I'm going to go with a kind of a purple, which I don't usually do, but it is my goal to use every single shade in here. And I see two, I don't know, like a lilac and kind of a purple, you know, and then there's that gorgeous gold. And, you know, I see a lot of things that can be done in here. So I'm going to take this, whatever the name of it is. It's kind of a lilac color. See if you can see it here. Here in the, you know, it's actually the upper corner. And I am going to use one of my beautiful new Luxie brushes. This is just like a dome blender, I guess. Anyways, I'm going to hit the crease and just kind of go above a little bit. Some of these are like super pigmented and some of them are a little bit lighter. So, you know, I'm starting to appreciate the difference between how dark do I want things to actually come off the brush the first time. Because some of them can actually be too much. You know, especially if I'm trying to blend with other colors, if they're just really too pigmented, they'll swallow up what I'm trying to blend them with, you know, and that's not good. I'm going to come out here towards the tail of my brow a little bit. You know, so I do like a lot of pigment, but I'm starting to appreciate on some of the darker pigments not being quite so, you know, one swipe cuts it, because like I said, you know, if it's too much, then you can't blend it with anything because it swallows everything up. So, you know, kind of live and learn, you know. So this is nice. It's not a real dark thing. I'm thinking though that I might have done this wrong. I should have maybe done my pigment under here first. But I'm gonna kind of wipe some of the, I've got a towel right here. I'm going to wipe some of the pigment off of this. Ooh, that actually came up nicely. And I'm going to go with, you know what, I'm not. I'm just going to kind of spread this out a little bit more. I've been having a problem lately with coming too far in front, or, you know, too far inside my eye. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with my little blindness perception thing. So I kind of have to practice not going in too far and yet still getting it where I actually want to go. Let me tell you what, this palette smells delicious. Just really delicious. Alright, I think that's pretty nice, really. We're going to do the other eye, same way. Because if I don't, then I forget how I did it, and then I'll end up with two different eyes, which, you know, I do anyways. So, let's come over here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I can see what I'm doing. So anyways, yeah, got the BoxyCharm. I was like totally amazed that like it got here really a lot sooner than I thought it was going to. And it had the item that they, you know, spoiled, that, you know, they sent me a spoiler, and then they sent me another thing saying, oh, oops, you know, that's probably not. And it ended up that it was, and that's the brush cleaner, which I always, why am I showing you the back of it? The brush cleaner, which I'm really, like, excited to try. I'll tell you, my experimenting with it right now is that brushes that, you know, a lot of times I use my brushes every day and I don't clean them every day, and then, you know, when they're really, like, need to be cleaned, that's when I clean them. Okay, those brushes do not come clean with this brush cleaner. But if you just leave it right here, which, since it's in this handy little, you know, handy little sprayer, it's pretty convenient. I just leave it right here where I am working at. I think eyeshadow brushes are the worst because I use a lot of eyeshadow brushes. Hopefully I'm going to get away with only using 5 today, but usually I use a lot. Because I'm testing these brushes too, and I'm sorry, Luxie. They're Luxie, you know. I mean, I would be shocked if they weren't excellent. But, yeah, doing my face, you know, I'm using one brush, and, you know, like my highlighter brush, you know, clean it immediately. Okay, I think, does that look even to you? I have like 3 mirrors that I need to put on my makeup. Is that like totally ridiculous? But actually, I don't know. Do you think this needs to come up a little bit more? Like, you can answer me, you know, right now? Maybe not. Alright, so I need to go above that with something. I'm not going to get crazy on this one. I'm not going to get crazy on this one. I'm not going to get crazy on, you know, I'm going to get crazy. I think I'm going to use this one in the center here. And I'm going to use the same brush, which I basically, you know, got the excess off on my towel. I'm going to take a little bit of that because it seems to me most of these colors are pretty, and I'm just going to go under the brow here and kind of blend a little bit with the edge. Okay, a little bit more. Ooh. Yeah, that's, wipe that off a little bit. That's turning out nice. Let's try it on the other side. You know, my eyes are totally not symmetrical, so it's hard to do the same thing on both eyes because since my eyes are not symmetrical, neither is my makeup. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my brush off and I'm gonna go back and blend that kind of purpley color up a little bit more. This is actually my second Too Faced palette. I don't have many brands that I have more than one palette, and you know, yeah, I've got a few palettes. I don't have like hundreds, but I've probably got more than any one person should have. Alright, I'm going to change brushes. I'm going to go with this little angled blender. It's kind of a little more detailed than the larger one that I used to do the entire thing. Oh, yeah, pretty. Okay, so the one that I used like originally was this kind of little purplish shade here. This is a darker purple. I'm going to use this one to do like a little more detail. I'm going to do the outside. Well, I guess while I'm talking, I need to just do it, huh? Okay. Kind of a little bit in the outside corner here. You see right there? So actually on the lid a little bit, and then coming off of the lid and up and into the crease a little bit. And then I'm going to actually knock some of that off of there because I don't want to overdo, because it is darker than the original color I put down. Color, shade. I'm going to use that little tip on there to blend. And just blend it. I am going to blend into the crease a little bit, but I don't want to blend all the way to the edge of the other shade, because I want it to look like it starts with the darker one and then, you know, blends out into the lighter shade and then blends out into the highlighter. You know, that's the plan. And you know, the more I do this, the better I get at it. And most of these, you know, I want to say it's my creation, but it's not. I'm sure I saw it somewhere else. Because I watch a lot of YouTubes. I actually, when most people are watching television, I'm watching YouTubes. I have a long list. I mean, there are certain people that I watch more than others. And I have, like, some people that I watch because they're really good at giving out spoilers. I mean, there are people that's all they do is kind of concentrate on finding out spoilers, you know, and they spend a lot of time researching that. Okay, let's get the excess off of there so we can blend. And, you know, that's awesome. And that's really time consuming. I mean, seriously, that's like you have got to have, number one, you've got to have the proper equipment, because you've got to be able to get the notifications as soon as, you know, the companies post their spoilers, so that you can, you know, be the first one to know about it. Which is why, you know, other people watch them, is because they're the first ones to know about it. Wow, I don't know, what do you think? I'm going to blend that out just a little bit more. I'm going to go back with the original brush and do some more blending. I feel like I got it a little bit too dark. And I may have to go back in with the lighter one again. Because I wasn't going for the extreme. Somehow I always end up there. Extreme. Yeah, I was out playing with my goats earlier. I've got a bunch of fencing and repairs to do out there too. It's just, you know, you can only do what you can do. Actually, today is Monday. This won't get posted till probably Thursday. But yeah, I've got a lot of work to do with the machete and weed eater. Mostly the machete for the stuff that the weed eater won't take care of. And then, you know, once I get the big stuff down, then I can go in with the weed eater and make it, you know, nicer. So, ooh, you know, seriously, what do you think? All right, so these two brushes, let me see. I like this little one this is the one that I like for the little spot the dot, you know, dot the spot the dot, spot the dot. This is like a little angle, but it's round. This is what I'm using for my lid. But what goes with all this kind of purplish? What are we gonna put on the lid? You know, that's not gonna be too crazy. Oh, God, seriously, how can, yeah, we're talking me here. Okay, so I have used, what have I used so far? I used this one and that one and that one. So that's 4 of them that I've used. I think I'm going to go with this one next to the purple. It's a sort of a, I don't know what it is. Kind of a cranberry, raspberry, pinky, gorgeous, shimmery. I'm going to do the center of the lid with that one. It should blend really nice with the purple. Ooh, that is a shiny baby. Oops. Make sure I tap off, because, you know, a lot of time those shimmers, even the good ones, the high dollar brands, there's going to be some fallout, you know. That's, it's just the nature of the beast. Ew. I'm not sure that that's exactly the color I thought it was going to be, because it doesn't really look the same. Although sometimes I wonder if it's not the fact that I'm just going blind and maybe I don't see color the same way that I used to. But wow. You know, and I know a lot of times you're better off spraying your brush or using a finger, and I don't like to do that. You know, too many steps. I don't want to have to do all that unless I absolutely have to. And I don't think I have to. Can you see that? Ooh, you know what? I didn't realize it before, but it looks like you guys can actually get a better view while I'm doing this eye. At least this particular area. Wow. Okay, now you'll notice I didn't do like the inner corner. That's because I'm actually planning something else for that. But I am going to use like the little top part, the little pointy edge, and I'm going to do a little blending here. You know, like I said, this is another reason you got to watch those dark colors, because if they're too pigmented, they will just take over those lighter colors. You know, so now this, I'm just blending the edges. I'm not, you know, I just kind of want it to look like they just run together, you know. Wow. You could just eat this thing up. Okay, and for the I want something a little light to sort of balance out the dark. I think I'm going to go with the pink, And, well, no, it might not be a pink. It might be a peach. No, that's not what I want to do. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. It's hard to tell in that light, but that is a little bit pinky. I'm going to go with that, and I believe it's even a matte, which is not like me to put a matte on my lid anywhere, but you know what? Sometimes it be like that, and sometimes you need to just try new things. So here we go. Okay. You can almost use that for a transition shade. It's really light. As a matter of fact, if I, was to do like a pink look, well, or even with this purple look, because there is a lot of pink in this purple look. Actually could use this as a transition shade without much problem. Okay, I'm going to kind of wipe that off a little bit, and I'm going to draw that center shimmery color kind of into the lighter color. And just kind of, blend a little bit so that it just kind of looks like the shimmer just kind of gets lighter and, turns into that. Blending. Blending, 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 blending. I'll tell you what now, blending is like half the battle. If you can blend, you can really make your looks intense with blending. Okay, what do you think? And alright, there is another brush that I want because I don't like any of those brushes for the under eye. I have another brush. Where is it? I gotta find it. Here it is. I like this one that's just really fine tip. This is what I like for the under eye. Sorry, folks. Okay, so what did I do? Alright, I'm going to use something a little bit. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to use this one, the first one that we went in the crease with. And that's going to be like the outside under the eye, where I'm just going to draw it into the that triangle area. Okay, other side. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm not going to do anything intense. Yeah, evidently I am. Okay, and I think I'm going to use this one, not the first, but the second one here. It's a little shimmery. And I'm going to go under on the front or the inner area. I just want something a little shimmery, but I don't want to use a lot of actual color because, you know, there's already a lot of color going on. All right, not bad, not bad. Now, that off. And where's that little spot the dot? Is that my spot the dot one? Yep. Spot the dot. Okay, we're gonna go with this one in center here. And that's gonna be our little inside highlight. Spot the dot. Spot the dot. Okay. So that only took, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brushes. And we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We used seven of these shades, so, you know, that's a good start. Tomorrow, we're going to be using the Ace Beauty. Okay, and yes, once again, because it lives. Going with this. This is like, I'll tell you, if I was going to buy mascara, which seems as I have 2 subscriptions, I will probably never buy mascara again for the rest of my life, but if I was going to, this would be one that I would buy because it just, I don't know, it lasts a long time. It's not, I mean, I know you're supposed to just throw them away no matter what after 3 months, but you know, it's not doing all that changing, and you know, I'm paying attention to make sure that, like, you know, does it have you know, a bacteria that's, you know, is it like anything that's